When it comes down to it, and this is a really strange thing, most people have absolutely no idea of what they actually want. You'll think this is rubbish, so I'll ask you to consider it yourself. If you had no limitations, no constraints, financially or otherwise, what would you actually do with your one precious life? Most people shut down at this point, focusing on, what's the point? I do have these limitations. I could never do this, blah, blah, blah. Or I just go on a holiday forever. But no one would do that because at some point it becomes boring. We're here to create something. We're here to do something, to live our potential and to experience what we're capable of. But herein lies my point. When do we ever let ourselves do what I call unrestricted dreaming? We're so convinced about what's not possible that so rarely do we open ourselves up for what is possible. Give ourselves the grace to dream, to imagine what we would really love. Everything starts first in your imagination. If you can't imagine it, you can't have it. There's a really good possibility that even doing this will trigger you deeply, if you really gave it some space, because you may just well see how far you are from what you really love, from what you really want. It's easy for me to sit here and say it's possible, but what if it was? Why are you so convinced that it's not? What evidence do you have? Just the fact that it hasn't happened yet? What have you done to make it happen? What steps have you put in place to head towards it? I can guarantee you, probably not many. Every person I work with is on a path so much greater than what they thought was possible. It doesn't mean that they're there yet, but even from the act of allowing themselves to dream, suddenly doors open up. Doors that they couldn't have imagined. Things happen that they didn't force to happen, they just happened. Maybe just from the pure experience of allowing themselves to dream. You can have whatever you want, as long as you're prepared to be courageous, to be patient, to face what comes up, and I guarantee obstacles will absolutely come up and you will not like them. But can you move through them? Can you stay focused on what you want? And can you continue to take action? Some of that seems hard, but to be honest, what's usually the hardest step is for people to really open themselves up to their dreams, to let themselves go, to let themselves dream without restriction, without any evidence of possibility, and to even open themselves up to a slither of belief that they could have everything that they dream of. So give it some space if you're courageous. Ask yourself, what would I love to be doing if I could do anything at all?